We will discuss how to farm money and drinks in Skull&Bones. And at first I will name several very decent ways how to farm both money and drinks. And after that I will name the best way how to farm money and the best way how to farm ranks in this game. So at first we'll talk about money, and one of the very decent ways how to farm money is to farm world bosses. There are these blue marks or these red marks around the world, or these also bluish marks, and they're quite tough. And killing one world boss in a group takes something like 7 or 8 minutes. If you're playing solo, it takes 10 minutes or even up to 15 minutes, and you need very decent builds to take them out, especially if you are playing solo. You need something like ship rank 7 or 8 and even higher, because they're really tough, and every world boss brings you from 5 to 10 or 11,000 silver. So quite difficult. Not very fast way, but giving you quite enough money to buy even the best ship just in two world bosses. Next way is to do PvP event, Cutthroat Cargo Hunt. Catch with this event that it takes place only once at 20 or even 30 minutes, and there is another catch. If you are playing solo, if you are the only player playing these PvP events, for example, if you are playing in night, it can take something like 3 or 4 minutes just to grab this treasure map and to bring it to right place. So it can be very fast if you are playing it solo, but if you are playing in a group, if there are lots of players playing currently these PvP events, it can take up to 40 or even 50 minutes, especially if your opponent's playing at higher ranks, if they are kingpins, and if they ships something like rank 10 or 11, it can take a lot of time. So it's not the best way, but it gives you a lot of money. From one PvP event, I've got something like 15 currently. I'm playing Kingpin 3, and I've got something like 14 or 15,000 silver each PvP event. But as I already told you, it can be really tough, because it can take something like 3 minutes or up to 40 if there are lots of players playing, and if these players are playing very strong builds. So it's not the best way, but if you can play this, and if you are the only player playing this PvP event, obviously do this, because it brings you a lot of money with a very little time. If you are only one player or only player playing this PvP event currently. Another way to farm money is to farm ships with treasure maps. So just go around the world, use your spyglass, just scan every ship, and just try to find ships with treasure maps, and just destroy them, grab the treasure maps, and loot treasure maps. It's a very fast ways if you are lucky. It's a very fast way if you are lucky enough to find ships with treasure maps, and every treasure map gives you from 2,000 gold to silver. Sorry, from 2,000 silver to 9,000 silver. And the last way to farm money, and the best way to farm money, is to find shipwrecks. Shipwrecks are these, let me find them, are these purple signs around the world, and trying to find medium size or large size shipwrecks. And to crack these shipwrecks, you need instruments called, let me show you where you can find these instruments. You need an instrument called crowbar, and you need to upgrade this instrument as far as possible, and even level 3 is enough to get enough money. And you just upgrade your crowbar as high as you can, and just swim around the sea, swim around the ocean, and just look for these shipwrecks and just loot them, because it's the fastest way possible, and it's the most efficient way to farm money currently in the game. Every shipwreck, it takes something like 10 seconds or even less to crack one shipwreck, and they're respawning all the time. They're respawning, every shipwreck respawns once 40 seconds. So just swim around several shipwrecks, just loot them all over the time, and every shipwreck gives you from 100 to 700 silver each shipwreck, and you can farm them just infinitely. Just swim around, for example, this zone or in this region in East India region, and just farm them just endlessly, and you will get enough money to buy everything you want in this game. It's the fastest way possible to farm money currently in this game. And now about ranks. Ranks, as I already told you, they are simply levels. And to farm ranks, you can also farm world bosses, these blue or these red marks around the world. But as I already told you, it takes quite some time, so it's not the best way. It's a nice way to farm rank, but it's not the fastest and not the most efficient way. But it's also, if you are coming to world boss and you see players, sure, do this, because it's also giving you enough experience to rank quite fast enough. Another way to farm ranks is farming ships. Just farming all the ships around the world that you can find, and especially, at least in my experience, the most experience I'm getting from East India ships. So just swim around the sea, just look for the ships from trade companies from East India Company, and just farm them. It's also giving you quite enough rank to rank up, to level up fast enough. And now the best way to farm ranks in the game is to farm manufactories and military bases. And you don't need to take down such military bases like Fort Harimau or other forts, because they're really tough. You just can take you just can choose any manufactory that's at your current level, just farm it endlessly. If you, for example, completed this Suburban Yard, just go to another settlement or manufactory, farm it, just go back, and so you can farm them endlessly one by one. They're respawning not so fast, but when you are taking down one and coming to another one, after you take down this one, second one, the first one is already respawned, so you can go back and farm it again. And currently, manufacturers and military bases are the fastest way to level up your rank, to get to Kingpin the fastest way possible. And as I already told you, don't try to farm military bases, especially if you are a solo player. Just take any manufacturer that's at your current level and just farm them. It's giving you still enough reputation, still enough experience to level up quite fast enough. So the best way to farm money, as I already told you, is to farm shipwrecks, the fastest and the most efficient. And the most efficient and the fastest way to farm ranks and levels in this game is to farm manufacturers and military bases. Good luck!